girl Jenny Boom Boom here with Joell Ortiz. Hi, Joell.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Yeah.
Joell, I have to ask you first about the weight loss. What are you doing? Because I saw you on the BET Hip Hop Awards. I was like, dang, he lost more weight?
Just training, running every day, watching what I eat, and not drinking and smoking.
You're not drinking at all?
No, it's been a little over a year now.
Wow. I know that when we talked like about a year ago, you talked about the fact that you were like on this mission to get healthier, so.
Yeah, just want to feel good, you know what I mean? Just want to, a lot of good things are happening for me as far as my career and a lot of good things in my personal life and stuff like that. So I just want to feel as good as I feel and look as good as I feel. So I decided to make some changes, some adjustments, and it's opened up my mind as far as the things I'm going to talk about on my upcoming projects and stuff, so I'm excited about that.
Speaking of that, the Slaughterhouse album that came out a while back, you were so honest on that album. Can we expect a lot more honesty again?
Yeah, of course. I'm the truth. The truth is honesty, right? So that's what I make sure. Like, Joell Ortiz is no made-up character. That's why I go with my government name. Like, my real name is my rap shit, like I said on the Slaughterhouse album. So you can always get nothing but honesty from me. Like, I just rocked out here in Connecticut for free. No money, see, I'm being honest.
Anyway, so anyway, I heard there is a Slaughterhouse album on the way though, is that true?
Yes, we're actually like 85% done, I would say. We're in the wrap-up stages at this point, and we just let Marshall do what he does with his MMLP2, and we're supporting that, and that's what it's about now. But as far as our recording process, it's about done.
What did you think about the Eminem album?
It was fantastic. It's fantastic. I'm still living with it and absorbing it, because every time I listen back, there's something else that shocks me about certain records. Like, he got back into that, in my opinion, he got back into that. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Like, there we go, that's the pocket. He had to remind everybody, chill out. Yeah, I make huge pop sounding records, but I'm a lyricist and an MC first, and I'm happy he's doing that.
Do you feel that Eminem is the best lyricist out? Besides yourself?
Besides myself. He's in that conversation with the greats, and that's enough. Like, I don't think it's so opinionated, that argument. Like, so many people be like, oh, you know, you got Jay and you got Nas and you got, you know, Eminem. You know, it's an opinion. But just if you're in that breath, then that's it. You're in the Hall of Fame. How
involved is Eminem with the Slaughterhouse album, the new one?
Well, you know what? This was the first time that we were both recording alongside each other. Like, he was doing MMLP2 and we were doing our Slaughterhouse album. So he hasn't been there as much as he was on the first album. But now that his album is done and, you know, ready to move forward, he's doing videos for his singles and things of that nature. He's poking his head and being like, hey, what's going on? So let me hear some stuff, you know. So he's back to being, you know, Eminem and being on top of the project, because he's a fan of it first and foremost.
What will we learn about Slaughterhouse this time around that we didn't hear on the first album?
You know what? This album, I can actually say, it feels like for the first time for me, because we've been a group for almost 5 years, this is the first time I feel like Slaughterhouse sounds like one voice. Like, for so long it's been like, okay, here comes Joell's verse. And then, oh, let's see what Crooked does, and there's Joe. Oh, Royce killed it. Like, we've always been 4 solo artists that came together for a group, but we all had our presence and fan base, and there was, you know, always arguments. But right now it feels like we get us. We get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know how Royce might approach this, and I know how to come off of that or go before that. I know what Joe might think of when he starts brainstorming about a chorus. So I'm already in pocket with him. Like, we're all talking about the same thing.
I saw you guys on the Hip Hop Awards where you guys were kind of just cheering each other on or whatever, but who had the best performance during the cypher for Slaughterhouse? I'm curious.
I don't know who had that. That's another opinionated argument. Like, it's always, that's the beauty of our group though. On any given night, anybody can just shine. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I feel confident with my group against anybody in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like, once you remove all the cameras and all the studio mixers and you know, engineers and stuff, and you just get back to rhymes, bar for bar, not with Slaughter. No one would want to do that. Like, that's why we shine in those ciphers, because that's the one stage where MCs are the actual only thing glowing. There's no big beat, big producer, and no rollout, big setup. It's just ready. There's a beat, it's a break beat, premieres behind you, go. Let's see who can do that. Because that's where it started, and we really take pride in putting that forward.
You said a lot of things though during your verse about people rapping in skirts and all kinds of things, making a lot of references to a lot of rappers that are big in the game right now. So what made you decide to do that?
I don't know. What made them decide to do that? I don't know. I just think it's not what I grew up. You had to have a certain thing attached to you when you was representing hip hop. When, you know, the hip hop I'm a great fan of. You know what I'm saying? I grew up listening to the golden era, the Wu-Tangs, and you know, the Nas's, the Mobb Deeps, the early Jay-Z's, the Biggies, like Big Pun, Big L. Dresses? Nah, man. It was like hip hop, man. You couldn't even just be a rapper. Like, you had to be with street dudes. Like, there was a whole thing, a stigma attached to being an MC. You know what I'm saying? And it's before fashion and all that other stuff.
It's a lot of fashion.
Yeah, it's a lot of fashion. A lot of fashion, not enough.
A lot of fashion going on.
And what good is? I said it in a rhyme, and they went crazy on Twitter about it. I said, what good is looking fly if you rapping like a bum?
Right. Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Joe started back in Love and Hip Hop New York. What are your thoughts on that?
Joe is Joe. Joe gonna do what Joe do, and that's what he do. He on Love and Hip Hop, having fun.
So would you ever think about doing a reality show?
A reality show, I don't think is something I would do. Television though, and movies, I could see myself doing stuff like that. Like I think I would like to go to Hollywood and see what's up with that.
So what's stopping you, Joell?
Nothing is stopping me. You just inspired me. I'm going.
Wow!
I'm going.
It was me.
That's it. That's it. I'm going out there. Yawa is going to have a star.
Well, thank you so much for talking to us today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Joell Ortiz, and we'll look forward to the Slaughterhouse album. What about a solo album? What's going on, buddy?
Solo album being recorded, mixtape being recorded. No titles yet, no dates. Just getting my thoughts in order. My story has changed. I'm about to tell it.
Okay. I love that. Joell Ortiz, thank you so much.
Thank you.